Suma do mi di ma gaay dem Banjul mo yaayam ma call yaayam ne ko ana yatu mu ne ma de man ko o fu mu ñëw uysi la mu ne moom mu ngi añ mu ne ko dafa yebaat yaayam ne ko Good afternoon and welcome. You're watching QTV Midday News, coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue, and I am Ansumane Sonyasi. Well, here are the main news headlines. The Gambia and Senegal have initiated talks which is expected to lead to an agreement to eliminate double taxation of traders between the two countries. Monday, 14th March was Commonwealth Day, commemorated annually by the Commonwealth of Nations to foster greater understanding of the Commonwealth's achievement and role. We bring you celebrations at two schools in the Kanifing municipality. Now, thieves on Friday night broke into the jewelry shop of the 102-year-old World War II veteran Ibu Jangha at Brikama, Jeddah. And on Saturday 17th, students graduated in entrepreneurship and public speaking at Secret Step Training School of Entrepreneurship in Kotu. Stay tuned as we bring you more on these and other stories. The Gambia and Senegal have initiated talks which is expected to lead to an agreement to eliminate double taxation of traders between the two countries to further boost and facilitate trade. Alicia reports.
Double taxation is the levying of tax by two jurisdictions on the same income. It also occurs in international trade or investment when the same income is taxed in two countries. It has resulted in several attempts by people to evade paying tax at several land border posts between the Gambia and Senegal. To curb this trend and further boost and facilitate trade, officials of the Gambia and Senegal met in Dakar from 7 to 11 March 2022 to formulate an agreement to eliminate double taxation between the two neighboring countries. The Gambia's high-power delegation to Senegal included Mambouri Ndiaye, the Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Dawda A. Jallow, Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Yankuba Dabo, Commissioner General of the Gambia Revenue Authority, and the Gambia's High Commissioner to Senegal, Hadrame Sidibe. The first round of negotiations between the Gambia's delegation and Senegal's, which included Senegal's Finance Minister, ended successfully in Dakar as both countries agreed on all the articles of the agreement. Yankuba Dabo, Commissioner General of the Gambia Revenue Authority, explains to QTV the advantages that will come with the agreement when it is signed and ratified by the National Assembly. He lauded the political will of Presidents Barrow and Sall to have this agreement in place.
Senegal is just now next door neighbor, and you will agree with me that there are a lot of businesses that are happening in the Gambia are owned by Senegalese. Likewise, we go to Senegal. There are a lot of other businesses that are there owned by Gambians, and I think it's only fair that they pay tax at once, but not to pay the tax in Senegal and they come back here, they pay tax again. Because nobody is in business to make loss. All businessmen are out there to make business, to make profit. So I thought it is a very good thought of him, the Honorable Minister, to initiate this trip, and Senegalese, they really appreciate it. It should have happened a long time ago. Really, it should have happened a long time ago.
According to Dabo, in the past, the Gambia had signed double taxation elimination agreements with several countries, including the United Kingdom, South Africa, Qatar, Kingdom of Morocco, and Sweden. He added that their Senegalese counterparts, led by Senegal's Finance Minister Abdoulaye Dawda Jallow, have also welcomed the initiative.
And it has a lot of advantages because it will help these countries to avoid, tax evasion, tax avoidance. And it also gives them advantage to have information sharing. Well, that means the two tax divisions, the two tax areas will be sharing information. And it helps also as well as our businessmen, the businesses that are operating here. Now, once this thing becomes a law, they now become very happy. and such that they will continue to do their businesses, in the Gambia, and for Gambians that are also doing in Senegal will also continue to do.
The negotiations will continue when the Gambia hosts the second meeting. Once the agreement is signed, it will then be subject to ratification by the parliaments of the two countries before it comes into force. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.
Monday, 14th March was Commonwealth Day, commemorated annually by the Commonwealth of Nations to foster greater understanding of the Commonwealth's achievement and role. We visited Serakunda Annex Lower Basic School to see how the day was celebrated. Abibatu Cisse has more.
The day is commemorated every second Monday of March each year by nations that were once under the British rule as a symbol of unity, freedom and tolerance. The aim is to celebrate diversity and unity for member nations. In the Gambia, the day is celebrated by school children dressing in their traditional attires, prepare palatable local foods, and demonstrate the culture of other African countries. At a colorful event at the Serakunda Annex Lower Basic School, accompanied by the melodious tune by the Scout Band, children were dressed in different cultural attires and each grade representing a country in the Commonwealth. The principal of the school, Yaya B. Jata, explains the importance of the day.
It brings us together because it's a unified force. As you all know, Commonwealth member countries are one family. They represent different countries, but they speak English, and their main purpose is to bring them together, to coexist, mutual respect of every country, regardless of the size of the country. They are all given the due respect that they deserve.
The children demonstrated the cultures of different tribes in the Gambia and that of Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Jamaica and Great Britain. Each performance reveals the rich and dynamic culture of ethnic groups in the Gambia and other Commonwealth nations. The children were also role-playing presidents of different countries, including the Gambia and the Queen of the Great Britain. Adama Kujabi, who role-played the Queen of Britain, has this message to Commonwealth nations.
Queen Elizabeth wishes you a happy Commonwealth Day, and I pray to God to give us strength to witness another year with lots of joy, love and happiness, and keep praying to God to give me long life to continue ruling England. On that note, I thank all the presidents of other African and neighboring countries in coming all the way to my country to celebrate this occasion together with us.
For QTV News, I am Abibatu Cisse.
And still on Commonwealth Day celebrations, we join my colleague Yaya Jawo, because also at St. Joseph's Ex-People's Primary and Nursery School in Kanifing, on Monday celebrated Commonwealth Day at the school premises.
The theme for this year's celebration is Delivering a Common Future, which highlights how the 54 member countries in the Commonwealth are innovating, connecting and transforming to help achieve goals, such as the fight against climate change, promotion of good governance and boosting of trade. This school commemorated Commonwealth Day with a difference, using various activities such as cultural displays, speeches and poetry. In their speeches, the children who role-played the head of government, cabinet ministers and the Queen of England spoke about the significance of the event and other developmental agendas of the various government institutions in the country.
Today marks another special occasion of Association of Member States, which is the Commonwealth. The association was founded in 11 December 1931. The Commonwealth headquarters is in London, United Kingdom. They came together under one umbrella to achieve a common goal. This year's theme is how do we come together to fight against climate change. However, we still have another strong enemy to fight against, which is the COVID-19. It is not easy, but we must stand together, fight together in order to succeed as a family. My government has an existing project designed to build the climate resilience of the Gambian people and the world at large. As this saying goes, education is the background for every nation. In this regard, my ministry is concerned with the education of every living creature in our country, the Gambia, because educated nation is automatically a rich nation in the workforce. As the Minister of Tourism and Culture, we see the need to be part of the Commonwealth. Former President Yahya Jammeh once said he would tell us 1,000 reasons why the Gambia should withdraw from the Association of Member States, which is the Commonwealth. I, Ahmed Nkeba, will also tell you 1,000 reasons why the Gambia need to be part of the Commonwealth. First and foremost, I would like to thank the President for bringing back the Gambia to join members countries after a short exit. As you all know, Commonwealth is celebrated every second Monday of March each year. The Commonwealth is an association of countries across the world, although historically connected to the British Empire.
Abdullah Jallo, a grade 2 student, recited a poem titled My Number One Teacher.
My number one teacher, I am happy that you are my teacher. I enjoy each lesson you teach me. As my role model, you inspire me to dream, to work, and to reach with your kindness.
As the Gambia joins the rest of the world to celebrate Commonwealth Day, it is important to state that strengthening good governance, building inclusive institutions, and promotion of justice, democracy, and human rights are fundamental pillars that member countries should continue to uphold for growth and sustainable development. Reporting for QTV News, I am Yahya Jao.
Now, beautiful, isn't it? And from that report there by Yahya Jao, we'll take a short commercial break, but don't go away. We'll be right back.
Looking for the fastest and easiest way to receive money transfers from abroad? Well, QMoney and RIA just made it happen. Now you can receive international money transfer from RIA directly into your QMoney account with no additional cost. Once you receive an SMS alert about your transfer, walk into any QMoney agent across the country to receive your payment for free, or use the money immediately to buy credit, QPower, and other QMoney services. It's fast, safe, and convenient. For more info, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sunu Calpe. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Be reminded you're watching QTV Midday News and we're broadcasting live from our studios on Carver Avenue. Now, thieves on Friday night broke into the jewelry shop of the 102-year-old World War II veteran Ibu Jangha at Brikama, Jeddah. They made away with his jewelry safe in this report by Ahmad P. Jallo, who visited the country's only remaining Second World War hero. He finds out what happened.
Speaking in Wolof at the workshop he built in the 1950s when the Gambia was under British rule, Ibu Jangha was in tears. His daughters Fatu and Mam Tuti translate what he says. This is where I earn my livelihood, despite my age, as I don't have any other means to earn a living. Now that this has happened, I am devastated. According to the family, the thieves made away with a large amount of jewelry. Ibu Jangha is the only surviving Second World War veteran in the Gambia who fought for the British in Burma against Japanese troops. His daughters were at hand to console their father. The elder of the two, Mamtuti Jangha, had this to say.
The one who did this is heartless. Imagine stealing the whole box containing all the jewelries. My old dad has made them to sell in order to earn a living. We leave the one who did it with Allah. We are appealing for help to restore his hope.
Alpha Usman Jallo, the public relations officer for the World War II Veterans Family Association, made this appeal to the public.
This is devastating for us, the entire World War II Veterans Family Association, and definitely for all Gambians and humanity at large. This is a very sad story. Here we are, the last of World War II veterans in the Gambia, who is more than 100 years old, who still has to struggle to make a living, is today here where he works his workshop. This is where thieves have come and broken into and taken his valuables and all he has in life. He comes to this workshop every day, and that is his life. And that is where he makes his living. He does not have support. He has 2 daughters, and he is in fact fending for his own living from this workshop. Now thieves has broken into this workshop and taken all his valuables. We are appealing to everybody, to humanitarians, to human rights organizations, to the government of the Gambia, and to the British Legion to come to this old man's aid. He needs support. He needs every support to restore his confidence, his health, so that he would still see that life has a meaning for him.
Ibu Jaha followed his father's footsteps in becoming a silversmith in Batos, now Banjul. His ancestral village in Buyam in the Fonyi Councillor district, where he went during farming season to cultivate groundnuts, which he sold in Batos and used the proceeds to set up his jewelry business. The jewelry business he struggled for over 70 years to build is now ruined by heartless thieves who have no mercy, not even for centenarian many describe as the last man standing. Reporting for KTV News, I am Omar P. Jallo.
Very sad news there. Now, on Saturday, 17 students graduated in entrepreneurship and public speaking at Secret Step Training School of Entrepreneurship in Kotu after 9 months training. Fodemane attended the event and he now reports.
Secret Step Training School of Entrepreneurship was established in 2019 for young people to learn skills for self-employment and develop good public speaking skills. Students are also taught how to create business plans, marketing strategies, and effective research techniques. Amir Yayasilla, founder of the school, says his motive is to give hope and add value to the lives of young people, and that he has had to surmount many obstacles in establishing the school.
My curiosity took me to the London School of Economy to find out why. And I have proceeded to SOAS to expand my horizon. In the following few weeks, I researched about wealth creation and nation building. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that the more entrepreneurial society is, the more progressive it becomes. Based on this experience, I dream that one day, inshallah, I will establish a school for entrepreneurship in the Gambia.
Amir Silla also has this advice for the graduates.
But bear in mind that wealth creation is only guaranteed when you become a problem solver and not the troublemaker. Okay? So be a role model for children and use your knowledge wisely so that you can inspire others to follow your footsteps.
Bakari Baji, the Minister of Youth and Sports, encouraged the graduates to utilize the skills and knowledge acquired to serve as agents of change in their various communities.
These are the things that we need in order to be able to excel as a country, because not everything has to be done through the normal conventional universities and colleges and institutions, but an informal setting like this where we have young people on their own accord coming to register and be trained on public speaking, on entrepreneurship, it takes the country forward. So all the 17 of them that are graduating here, after 9 months of training, our expectation is that they must have learned a lot of skills and a lot of knowledge that they can go out there and be able to utilize to better themselves and better the lives of their families and their communities.
Minister Baji also assured his ministry and the government support to ensure a conducive environment is created for these young people to excel in their various trades. Farmata Jabi Gassama, a graduate, shares her plans.
My expectations are high, everything. As a motivational speaker, I would like to motivate youths, although I am a youth, but other youths, to motivate them in different perspectives of life.
Amir Alhaji Yaya Silla is a Gambian who authored 7 books in 7 years. He is also the leader of Al Karama Society, a youth empowerment organization. The graduates are now fully equipped to join the country's workforce and contribute meaningfully to the development of the nation. Reporting for QTV News, I am Fode Mane.
Now, the people of Jalal Jegen Daselame in the North Bank region have been hit by water scarcity. Residents say they are struggling to get adequate water to do their daily chores and to feed their animals. This report by Don Williams is narrated by Annabelle Gay.
Water, a basic necessity, is in short supply in this community. Residents have complained that they have endured this problem for years. The alcalde of the village explains how the water shortage is affecting them.
We have a single well in the village, which is now old. This is where we get water for all our domestic use. We have a local pump, but it is not working now. We get water for our animals too, from this single well. We need support from anyone who can help us.
Musa Jallo, a resident of the village, also spoke about the water scarcity in his village.
About our water shortage in this village. We have only one well here in our village. Since in the beginning, we never have a borehole here. We never have any pump. We are using this well. And this well was given by Baptist Mission about 20 years ago. Since that time, we are using this well. And the well doesn't have even cover. And the well was shared by two villages. These two villages is Daselame and Jangen, because we have two alcalos here, and we have two villages. It's two villages and two alcalos, and we have only one well here.
Musa Jallo further went on to explain how they are affected by the unsafe water they are drinking.
This well to cook, we are using it to bath, we are using it to feed our animals, we are using it to, to drink. And really, sometimes it is not safe, especially during the rainy season. Our child, sometimes our kids, sometimes they get suffering for diarrhea because of the well doesn't have cover. We don't have any medicine to put there. We are using it for many years ago. Our animals, even those animals from the urban areas, if they come here, we give them our donkeys, our cows, and our horses. All of them, they were drinking on this water.
Alpha Mamadou Jallo, a shepherd from Senegal, through an interpreter, explains how difficult it is to get water for the animals.
Bushfire happen, at the end of the day, they will not have anywhere to their animal to be survived. They have to go back to Senegal again to find food there and water.
The people of Chalal Jegen Daslami are appealing to the government, organizations and philanthropists to help them with a borehole so that they can enjoy clean drinking water. Reporting for QTV News, I'm Annabelle Gay.
And from that report there by Annabelle Gay, I'm afraid that's all about it for this bulletin. Do join us in the evening for more news. Until then, thanks for watching.